This is where I'm scared. The rest of the world, if you listen to Canada's prime minister's opening, his opening speech when he was elected, the time between America and Canada has now ended. He said our relationship has now ended. What does the rest of the world's relationship with the United States look like now? Now that we are forcing them to no longer need us, not want us, need us.
Yeah.
We don't have that kind of leverage power that we used to have. We're now forcing countries and trade partners to think outside the box without the United States. And when they do that, we might be in very, very big trouble. What does that look like 4 years from now when the rest of the world no longer needs the United States? Now, there's the argument, right? There's the argument. Well, the United States will always be intellectuals and will always create. Yeah, they're talking about no longer needing the American consumer because they're going to try to find those numbers elsewhere.
Just on that, as someone who is based in Europe, the view of America has changed. It started off with defense, where America said, basically, we're not going to really come to your defense anymore, which is good for Europe that they have to now step up their game and build their defense systems. But it's, to your point, less reliance on the US, because the US is just, if there's one word we associate now with the US is uncertainty. You just don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. And then the tariffs came in, and that's another level of now everyone's thinking, how do we rely less on the US? The US was the leader that brought stability, that brought certainty, that brought command and direction. And now it's doing the opposite of that. And so you're seeing the UK, Europe, trying to make deals with other nations, especially with the Pacific nations. They're trying to make a deal with China now. And it's interesting how the view has moved away from the US and trying to rely less on the US. And it's not just the governments, by the way. Travel to the US has dropped by 30% from Europe because people are just like, why are we wanting to give our money to a country that's initiating a trade war with us? The sentiment has changed. A lot of people don't want to buy American anymore. Trump might get into those deals of, allowing access of beef and whatever in shops over here, but people's views of America is shifting. Now, when you're seeing it, not just in the UK and Europe, but, obviously, as you said, in Canada